Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Talks Dada Pod. I am Emma, and today we are going to practice how to talk about your feelings in simple English. This lesson is for beginner and intermediate learners who want to express emotions clearly, kindly, and naturally. Feelings are part of every day. Sometimes you feel happy. Sometimes you feel tired, worried, excited, lonely, proud, or confused. Take a slow breath. Relax your shoulders. Today, we will learn simple words, useful sentences, and real examples for talking about how you feel. Many English learners can talk about objects, jobs, food, and daily routines, but feelings can be harder. Why? Because feelings are personal. You may not know the exact word. You may feel shy. You may worry that your sentence sounds too simple, but simple English is enough. You can say, I feel sad today. I feel nervous about my test. I feel happy because I finished my work. These sentences are clear. They help other people understand your heart, your mind, and your situation. Let us start with the basic pattern. I feel. Say, I feel happy. I feel tired. I feel nervous. I feel worried. I feel excited. I feel calm. I feel sad. I feel confused. I feel proud. I feel lonely. This pattern is very useful because you can add many feeling words after it. You do not need a long sentence at first. Start with I feel plus one word. Then, when you are ready, add because. I feel tired because I slept late. I feel happy because I practiced English. The word because is powerful. It explains the reason for your feeling. Reason means why something happens. I feel nervous because I have an interview. I feel excited because I will meet my friend. I feel sad because I miss my family. I feel proud because I did something difficult. When you use because, your answer becomes more complete. People understand not only what you feel, but why you feel it. This makes your English more natural and more human. Now let us talk about happy feelings. You can say, I feel happy. I feel great. I feel good today. I feel cheerful. Cheerful means happy and bright. I feel excited. Excited means happy because something good is going to happen. I feel proud. Proud means happy because you did something good or someone you love did something good. For example, I feel proud because I studied English today. I feel excited because I have a new opportunity. I feel happy because the weather is nice. Let us practice happy sentences. I feel good this morning. I feel happy to be here. I am excited about my new plan. I am proud of my progress. I am glad I practiced today. Glad means happy or pleased. You can say, I am glad you called. I am glad I learned this sentence. I am glad the problem is solved. These sentences are simple, but warm. Use them when you want to share positive feelings. Now let us talk about tired feelings. You can say, I feel tired. I am sleepy. I feel exhausted. Exhausted means very tired. I need to rest. I need a break. I do not have much energy today. My body feels heavy. I worked a lot today, so I feel tired. These sentences are very useful because tiredness is common. You can say, I am tired, but I am okay. Or, I am a little tired, but I will continue. This sounds honest and strong. There is a difference between tired and sleepy. Tired means your body or mind has low energy. Sleepy means you want to sleep. You can be tired after work. You can be sleepy late at night. Say, I am tired because I worked all day. Say, I am sleepy because I went to bed late. This difference helps you speak more clearly. If you are both, you can say, I feel tired and sleepy. I need to sleep early tonight. Now let us talk about sad feelings. You can say, I feel sad. I feel down. Down means a little sad or low. I feel lonely. Lonely means you feel alone and want connection. I miss my family. I miss my friend. I feel disappointed. Disappointed means sad because something did not happen the way you hoped. For example, I feel disappointed because I failed the test. I feel sad because my friend moved away. These sentences help you express difficult emotions gently. When someone else feels sad, you can respond kindly, say, "I am sorry to hear that. That sounds difficult. I hope you feel better soon. I am here if you need to talk." These sentences show care. You do not need to fix every problem. Sometimes people only need someone to listen. In English, a kind response is very important. If someone says, "I feel sad today," do not say only "okay." Say, "I am sorry to hear that. Do you want to talk?" Now let us talk about nervous feelings. Nervous means worried before something happens. You can say, "I feel nervous about my exam. I feel nervous before speaking English. I feel nervous because I have a meeting. I feel nervous, but I will try." This last sentence is powerful. It shows that you feel fear, but you continue. Many learners feel nervous when speaking English. That is normal. You can say, "I am still learning, so I feel nervous sometimes." This is honest and natural. Let us practice nervous sentences. I feel nervous before phone calls. I feel nervous when I speak with new people. I feel nervous in interviews. I feel nervous, but I can speak slowly. I feel nervous, but I can take a deep breath. I feel nervous, but I can use simple words. These sentences help your mind. When you say, "but I can," you give yourself a solution. The feeling is real, but it does not control everything. Now let us talk about worried feelings. Worried means thinking about a possible problem. You can say, "I am worried about money. I am worried about my family. I am worried about my health. I am worried about the future. I am worried because I do not know what will happen." Worry often lives in the future. It asks, what if something bad happens? When you talk about worry in English, keep it simple. I am worried and I need advice. I am worried and I need time to think. Now let us talk about angry feelings. Angry means you feel upset because something is wrong, unfair, or hurtful. You can say, "I feel angry. I feel upset." Upset can mean angry, sad, or emotionally uncomfortable. I am upset because someone was rude. I am angry because the situation was unfair. Be careful when speaking about anger. Use calm words. Instead of shouting, say, "I feel upset about what happened. I need a moment." This helps you communicate without making the problem bigger. If you need space, say, "I need a moment. I need some time to calm down. I do not want to talk right now. Can we talk later?" These sentences are useful and respectful. Calm down means become less angry or upset. When emotions are strong, simple English is best. You do not need long explanations. Say what you feel, say what you need, and stay respectful. For example, "I feel upset, and I need a little time." Now let us talk about confused feelings. Confused means you do not understand something clearly. You can say, "I am confused. I do not understand. I am not sure what to do. I need more information." Could you explain that again? I am confused about the instructions. I am confused because there are too many options. This feeling is common in learning English. Do not be ashamed. Confusion is part of learning. When you say, "I am confused," you open the door to help. Let us practice confusion sentences. I am confused about this word. I am confused about the grammar. I am not sure what this sentence means. Could you give me an example? Could you say it another way? These sentences are very useful for learners. They help you learn actively. Active learners ask questions. They do not pretend. They say, "I need help," then they learn. Confusion can become progress when you ask clearly. Now, let us talk about calm feelings. Calm means peaceful, not stressed. You can say, "I feel calm today. I feel relaxed." Relaxed means your body and mind are not tense. I feel peaceful. Peaceful means quiet and comfortable inside. I feel calm after walking. I feel relaxed after listening to music. I feel peaceful when I drink tea in the morning. These sentences help you talk about good, quiet emotions. Not every positive feeling is excited. Sometimes the best feeling is calm. Let us practice calm sentences. I feel calm when I breathe slowly. I feel relaxed at home. I feel peaceful in the morning. I feel better after a short walk. I feel less stressed after talking to my friend. Less stressed means not as stressed as before. These sentences are useful because they connect feeling with action. You can say what helps you. Walking helps me feel calm. Music helps me relax. English practice helps me feel proud. Now let us talk about stress. Stress is pressure in your body or mind. You can say, I feel stressed. I am under pressure. I have too many things to do. I feel overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means you feel there is too much to handle. I feel stressed because I have a lot of work. I feel overwhelmed because I do not know where to start. These words are useful, but if overwhelmed feels difficult, say, I have too much in my mind. That is simple and clear. When you feel stressed, you can say what you need. I need a break. I need help. I need more time. I need to rest. I need to make a plan. I need to talk to someone. These sentences are practical. Feelings often come with needs. If you only say, I feel stressed, people understand a little. If you add, I need more time, people understand what can help. Feeling plus need is a strong communication pattern. Now let us learn that pattern. I feel, because, and I need. I feel tired because I worked all day, and I need rest. I feel nervous because I have a test, and I need practice. I feel worried because I have a problem, and I need advice. I feel confused because the instructions are not clear, and I need an example. This pattern is excellent for real life. It helps you speak about emotions in a complete way. Feeling, reason, need. Let us practice shorter versions. I feel tired, so I need rest. I feel nervous, so I need to practice. I feel confused, so I need help. I feel sad, so I need to talk. I feel stressed, so I need a break. The word so shows result. Feeling plus so plus need. This is easy and useful. Use it when you want to be direct. I feel stressed, so I need a break. This sentence is clear, respectful, and real. Now imagine a learner named Daniel. Daniel studies English every day, but he usually hides his feelings. When someone asks, "How are you?" he always says, "I am fine." But he is not always fine. Sometimes he is tired, sometimes he is nervous, sometimes he is proud. One day, his teacher asks, "Daniel, how do you feel about speaking English?" Daniel wants to say fine, but then he stops. He decides to be honest in simple English. Daniel says, "I feel nervous when I speak English. I am afraid of mistakes, but I want to improve." His teacher smiles and says, "Thank you for sharing that. That is a very good sentence." Daniel feels surprised. He did not use advanced English. He used honest English. The teacher says, "Try this sentence. I feel nervous, but I can speak slowly." Daniel repeats it. "I feel nervous, but I can speak slowly." He feels a little stronger. That evening, Daniel writes feeling sentences in his notebook. I feel tired because I worked all day. I feel proud because I practiced English. I feel worried because I have a meeting tomorrow. I feel calm after drinking tea. I feel confused about one grammar point. Then he reads the sentences aloud. His English feels personal. It is not only grammar, it is his real life. He understands that talking about feelings helps him connect English with his heart. The next week, Daniel practices with a friend. His friend asks, "How are you today?" Daniel says, "I am okay, but a little tired." His friend asks, "Why?" Daniel says, "I slept late last night." Then Daniel asks, "How about you?" His friend says, "I feel excited because I have good news." Daniel responds, "That is great. I am happy for you." This is a real conversation. It starts with feelings, then becomes connection. After 1 month, Daniel no longer says only fine. Sometimes he says, "I am doing well." Sometimes he says, "I am a little stressed, but I will be okay." Sometimes he says, "I feel proud because I spoke English today." He learns many feeling words, but more importantly, he learns to speak honestly and kindly. His conversations become warmer. People understand him better. Daniel understands that feelings are not a problem. Feelings are part of real communication. You can practice like Daniel. Every evening, Write 3 feeling sentences. Sentence 1, I feel today. Sentence 2, I feel because. Sentence 3, I need. For example, I feel tired today. I feel tired because I worked a lot. I need to rest early. Or, I feel happy today. I feel happy because I learned new English words. I need to keep practicing. This exercise is simple, but powerful. It trains vocabulary, grammar, and self-awareness. Self-awareness means understanding your own feelings and thoughts. English can help you build self-awareness because you need to name what is happening inside you. If you can say, I feel nervous, you understand yourself better. If you can say, I feel stressed, so I need a break, you can take care of yourself better. Language is not only for talking to others. Language is also for understanding yourself. This makes feelings vocabulary very important. Let us build your feelings sentence bank. I feel happy, I feel sad, I feel tired, I feel sleepy, I feel nervous, I feel worried, I feel excited, I feel calm, I feel confused. I feel proud, I feel lonely, I feel stressed, I feel overwhelmed, I need rest, I need help, I need more time, I need advice, I need a break, I need to talk, I need to practice. Keep these sentences ready. Now let us practice responses to other people's feelings. If someone says, I feel tired, you can say, you should rest. If someone says, I feel sad, say, I am sorry to hear that. If someone says, I feel nervous, say, you can do it. If someone says, I feel proud, say, that is wonderful. If someone says, I feel confused, say, maybe I can help. These responses are simple and kind. They show that you are listening. Good communication is not only speaking about yourself, it is also responding to others. Now let us do final speaking practice. Answer these questions aloud. How do you feel today? Why do you feel that way? What do you need right now? What makes you feel happy? What makes you feel nervous? What helps you feel calm? When do you feel proud of yourself? Pause when you need time. You can answer simply, I feel tired today because I worked. I need rest. I feel proud when I practice English. These answers are enough. One more helpful practice is the feeling scale. A scale shows how strong something is. You can say, I feel a little tired. I feel very tired. I feel extremely tired. Extremely means very, very much. You can also say, I feel a bit nervous. A bit means a little. I feel really happy. Really means very. These small words help you show degree. Degree means how much. Compare, I am tired. I am a little tired. I am very tired. Now your English is more exact. Now let us practice a mini story about feelings. Today, I woke up feeling sleepy. Then I drank tea and felt better. At work, I felt stressed because I had many tasks. During lunch, I felt calm because I talked to my friend. In the evening, I felt proud because I studied English. This short story uses many feeling words and reasons. You can make your own feeling story every day. Morning feeling, afternoon feeling, evening feeling, lesson learned. Remember, you do not have to share every feeling with every person. Some feelings are private. Private means only for you or trusted people. In English, you can choose how much to say. With a coworker, say, I am a little tired, but okay. With a close friend, you can say more. I feel worried about my family and I need someone to talk to. Good communication also means choosing the right amount of information for the right person. Before we finish, remember this. Talking about your feelings in simple English helps you communicate honestly and kindly. Use I feel plus a feeling word. Add because for the reason. Add I need for what can help. Thank you for listening to Real English Practice. I am Emma. Keep listening, keep repeating, and keep expressing your feelings. Your English voice is growing, one honest feeling at a time.